everybody, it's Alex and Spencer again. Welcome back to another episode of Debt Collection 101 on Arbeit.
Yes. Wow. What a great episode we have for the folks at home today.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about credit reporting.
Yes.
And why you should do it.
Yes, and why it's important.
And who's going to tell us why?
Oh, great question, Alex. We have a very special guest for everyone today. Arbeit's own Jason Stroehlein the first.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
So they didn't respond.
Yeah, they said it was going. They said it was going great, Jay.
But so this is Jay's first episode with
As you can tell,
rookie.
He's not a seasoned vet like the two of us.
So Jay's been in the Jay.
Let Alex. Yeah,
quick
Jay,
background.
Who are you?
So I've been in the industry since '99. I've owned and operated my own agencies. I've also worked for several major agencies in the industry, and I did some business with Arbeit prior to coming here, and knew the product pretty well. So decided to take my chances on the vendor side, and
cool.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Good. Yeah, and you just got back from the Keys, right?
I did. I was in the Keys. It was the weather was beautiful. For the most part, I got some little bit of leisure time, but mostly business, and did well down there. Met a lot of people, and really excited about how that's going to work.
So one of the things you tell people all the time on the phone, right, is the importance of credit reporting. Correct?
Yeah, I think credit reporting is a major part of our industry that we're in.
Why should an agency report to the credit bureaus? What benefit are they getting?
Yeah, for the folks at home.
I feel like a lot of smaller agencies don't.
They don't understand why, maybe.
Big agencies, they do, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
the good ones.
Smaller ones.
Which is a point, right? The good agencies the big agencies are doing it.
Smaller agencies, I don't think they do. Maybe they can't afford it. I don't know. You did it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to report to the credit bureau. There's a couple different reasons. First and foremost, I think that it makes it easier for the consumer to actually locate the debt, especially if the debt's changing hands multiple times when people are purchasing it or buying it from that particular person. So it makes it the debt easier to find, and that's just I think a really important aspect.
And that's like something like most people don't think about, right? But like I get phone calls all the time for people trying to pay me, like random things, right? Like Microsoft has expired, pay $100 right now, like. Granted, you can go online, and now if you look like on your credit report, it'll say who owns that debt, so you know exactly who to call and pay that debt to.
Right. I mean, I know people that purchase debt, and that's all they do is purchase debt and then place it out, and they report to credit bureaus, and they've basically started their own internal agency off of it. So it's just constantly generating revenue, inbound calls, because people check their credit. Obviously, they pay it.
Yeah. I mean, you get a new car, new house, you're constantly checking that credit.
So yeah, even if you're not an agency owner and you're a debt buyer, that's something you should probably do before you're putting it out there, because you're just cherry pick.
Yeah.
Essentially,
it's easy. It's like low hanging fruit.
So
yeah, and it's really great now. There's a lot of companies out there that allow these even small time debt buyers to go ahead and manage the credit reporting and things like that. Like eOscar's out there now, and eOscar will help you manage disputes and things that are happening that are constantly happening when you're purchasing debt.
Right. So that's another thing that scares off some smaller agencies from doing it, is there's a whole legal side to it. It's a whole other can of worms that you're opening when you start reporting to people's credit. I mean. So you're definitely going to want to talk to somebody about that, a professional. It's not something I'd say just do on your own. You should probably find a vendor or an attorney to talk to about that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think overall it's definitely.
And the larger you get, the harder it is just to do that on your own.
Yeah, I mean it relates to anything else. Like you're generating inbound collections at that point. It's like marketing almost for a business that sells things.
It's like a letter vendor.
Just have them call you and pay their bill instead because you put it out there. I mean, it's a lot easier. You're saving a lot of time.
The ROI on that is much better.
And when consumers are looking to actually purchase large things like houses and cars, chances of them looking at their credit report and going after and attacking the credit and the collection aspect of their credit report first, so that they can go out and make those great purchases.
Right.
It's extremely important.
That's a great point, because that's an easy thing to address, right? So I just bought a car, but I mean, first thing you do is check your credit, right? You want to see what's there, and if you have a ding, it's like $100 even. You can pay that off in reporting, get that ding taken off.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the biggest pieces of leverage that I think a collection agency has on a consumer to get them to pay, is putting it on their credit report.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, and even on the consumer side, the consumer has a lot more access to the internet. Things like Credit Karma are out there. I mean, Credit Karma is literally one of the best tools that I've ever seen. It'll actually email you and tell you, what, you got a hit on your credit report.
Got that
this is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with, debt like you said earlier, debt changing hands so much. I mean, if I'm a consumer and I, maybe had a couple of hard years or something, first thing I feel like I'm going to do when I go to try to get back up and running and on my feed is check my credit and just start paying things off on my credit. Because if it's not affecting my credit at that, like, it's not a priority for me.
And my student loans have been bought and sold so many times that
So you're better, huh?
if you collect on student loans, see my name, just delete. It has been bought and sold so many times that the person I originally took the loans out from no longer owns it.
Wow.
So it's easy. Like, I mean, I don't default, but if I did, I could track that.
And that's a great
sure,
way
sure.
for
Look
you
at that.
to-
Look at that checked out.
It's really great for you to be able to go and know who you're attacking to try to pay, or that might change hands a couple times. So
All right.
So yeah, that concludes our episode.
Thanks for watching. If you have any tips on credit reporting, what your strategy's like, companies you use, comment.
And
Let us know.
feel free to pick Jay's brain. Call him anytime. He's got a ton of
Brain.
industry experience. Brain.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting that. I don't think anyone would have noticed.
Yeah, they would have.
Picking his brain. Call him.
Thanks.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
next week.
See you
See ya.
later.